What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Polo. Today we checking out a rant that Bill Burr went on his podcast. I think he was discussing fat people on airplanes. All right. I haven't heard this. This was sent via Patreon, but the title within itself is funny to me, so I can't wait to check this out. Let's go ahead and like the video to show your support for the page. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with it.
I had a brutal flight. All right. I flew out of LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, that for some reason, if you go beyond Colorado, you just can't get a fucking direct flight anywhere. I don't get it. When I was in New York City, I could fly to all these places directly. Maybe it's because I was in New York and it was only an hour and a half away. I don't fucking know. It just doesn't seem like he can fly anyway. So anyways, I got to fly.
He has this way of talking where he sounds like he's angry at everything, even when he's happy. That I think, from the stand-up I've done, it's just his cadence and the way he talks. It's not just what he says. He has the way he talks is kind of funny.
By LA to Phoenix, Phoenix to Columbus. All right? On US Air. So I get on the plane, and there's two empty seats next to me, and it's getting close to the point where they're going to close the door to the plane, and I'm excited, like, holy shit, I'm going to have this whole fucking row to myself. This will be nice. I can stretch out a little bit.
See what I mean? He's like, I would normal people be like, oh, this is dope. I got the row to myself. He thinks, holy shit, I got the whole thing to myself. You know what I mean? Like, which is funnier.
My carry-on, stick it under the other chair. This is going to be great. Right before they close the door, lo and behold, this fat tub of shit gets on the fucking plane. All right? And I'm thinking, oh, God, not me. Please, for the love of God, don't pick my row. You know when you do that shit, you just fucking willing the guy to sit down as he waddles his fat ass down the fucking aisle. It's him and his fucking lady, right? So he fucking comes all the way up.
Oh, man, I admit I've been in this situation. I hate flying, by the way. Not because I hate being in the sky, even though I don't like that, but because I don't like being confined to one space for more than an hour. And I'm doing a YouTube channel, which has me sitting down, but at least I can get up and walk around. But I hate flying. I absolutely hate it. And everyone's eyes, we all do the same thing. If we see somebody, oh my God, I hope they're not sitting next to me. Really, you want the whole row to yourself if you can help it.
To my row, and he's just standing there. And I'm hoping he's just standing there because he's putting his stuff in the overhead compartment. I can literally feel the fucking heat radiating off of his body from the 22 years of mistakes that he's put in his goddamn stomach.
22 years of mistakes.
All right? And what does he do? Oh, yeah, I'm in that row. I'm in your row, so I got to get up. And what does he do? He lets his fucking girl sit by the window, and then he sits in the middle seat. And this fat fucking tub of fucking shit. This dude was so fat, I was sitting behind his back fat.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? He was like fat and round. It was like sitting next to a planet with a head.
Man, I would be pissed, all right? I would be pissed because, man, them plane tickets are expensive to me, okay, all right? They're expensive. So I pick my seat. That's why I make sure I buy the whole row. I don't care. I'm already uncomfortable. But if I have to share, if you're spilling over into my seat, oh, my God, I'd be pissed.
It was like the roundness of this guy. Okay? So he's trying to be less fat. God bless him. So he crosses his arms when all it does is just cause his fat lat to fucking bulge out even more into my airspace that I fucking paid for. And it's not real. All I'm thinking is, why the fuck didn't he take the window seat and then post up against his girlfriend? My shoulder was getting hot from his arm. He was on me. This fucking guy was on me.
He was on me.
If I was claustrophobic, they would have had to turn the plane around. This is how much this guy was in my chair. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just take the fucking window seat, you fat fuck? Have a little bit of fucking consideration, you tub of shit.
Oh, my goodness.
With your basketball shorts like you actually never played a goddamn day in your life.
Yo, there's some fat people that hoop, though, all right? Like, They'd be on the court balling.
His fucking legs spread out like he was going to give birth to a baby calf. You know? Why don't you sit near the window? You know what I realized after a while? He didn't sit near the window because he's so fucking fat, he can't. He can't. If he sat by the window, his other fat lat would have blown out the window. We all would have got sucked out. Unless his tub of shit body fucking somehow got stuck in the...
You know this is true because he actually sat there and pondered why did he sit there. So he spent some time thinking about it, like, why would he sit here? Why would he do that? So that's how you know this is an authentic story. This is hilarious.
Fuselage.
Oh, let me
Which if
rewind
you
it.
know, his other fat lat would have blown out the window. We all would have got sucked out. Unless his tub of shit body fucking somehow got stuck in the fuselage. Which if you saw him, wouldn't be beyond you a possibility.
Man.
Unfucking believable. And he's sitting there. This is what kills me. He's sitting there. And he's biting his nails. And I just want to be like, dude, do you ever stop eating? Is there a moment? And you're literally consuming yourself right now.
Oh. Yeah, that is a disgusting habit. When I see people that bite their nails and then eat them, I never got that. And all the other weird, it's just disgusting. I don't even see why people bite their nails.
I know what you guys are thinking. Well, hey, Bill, why don't you fly first class? Oh, yeah? Well, hey, why don't you go fuck yourself? Hypothetical person who said that.
See, that aggressive Boston accent.
Okay, I understand I bought a coach seat. I know what that means. That means my fucking knees are going to be in my chest. That means if I'm even slightly leaned forward and the guy in front of me reclines, he's going to hit me in the head. I understand that.
Yep.
Okay? I get it. But that doesn't mean that this tub of shit, I shouldn't have to pay an extra couple of fucking grand, or whatever, $1,500.
Yeah.
So somebody else's lard isn't in my lap.
Exactly. I'm like, these seats are expensive. It would just ruin it. It's a horrible way to start your trip.
I am full on 100% behind you having to buy 2 seats when you're on an airplane. Okay?
Yep.
I'm sorry you're fat. Okay? But you made your choices. This is one of the things. This is a good thing. You got to buy 2 seats. You got less money for cookies.
It's called. I was going to say it's called consideration. You know, you have to be considerate of other people, which is lacking, at least in the U.S. Just a lot of people are just no consideration. Like weird things that annoy me. Like if you're at a picnic, right, or at a park, and someone is playing loud music with cursing in it, and there's kids walking around, it's like that person has no consideration for the children. I always hate that when barbecue, when there's children around and people are playing vulgar music. That always just one thing that I ignore, but it just agitates me. Stuff like that. There's no consideration. People are just only concerned with satisfying their own needs and wants and not thinking about other people. Sorry, I'm going on my own Bill Burr rant.
Maybe
that's less funny.
that'll be a goal. Maybe that'll be your bottoming out. But it's absolutely ridiculous that I'm literally leaning out into the fucking aisle. My giant microwave oven head is out there, and then I got to deal with the stewardess going, "Excuse me, sir."
Not the microwave oven head, man. Hold on. He could even make fun of himself. Hold on.
Bottoming out, but it's absolutely ridiculous that I'm literally leaning out into the fucking aisle. My giant microwave oven head is out there, and then I got to deal with the stewardess going, "Excuse me, sir, can you not share in this, sir, please, sir?"
Oh, man.
All right, I got to watch if I can't start yelling here. I'm in a hotel room again.
Oh, man.
I already got 1 strike against me. They probably built a fucking file on me. Yeah, I'm leaning out there. This is the best part. The food cart comes.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
Uh-oh.
They asked me what they asked the dude what he wants
We know where this is going.
to drink. He goes, "Can I have a Coke? Can I have a Coke?" I just want to be like, dude, how about a water? How about a salad? Are you trying to make yourself even fatter during the flight? Do you know what that soda's going to do to your already distended fucking belly? You already can't even put the fucking tray down. This dude couldn't put the tray down. He tried. He tried to put the tray down. Oh, my God, this fucking guy. I swear to God.
It's funny because he's reliving his thoughts as he's sitting in the chair, and he's memorized those thoughts, and then now he's put it on his podcast or whatever this was on. But he's memorized exactly what he was thinking. That's what makes this so funny. You're actually in his head as the fat guy is sitting next to him.
The thoughts I was thinking, it was embarrassing. I was sitting there thinking, like, I'm so glad this dude's going to die young. Can you believe that? I'm not happy in real life that that's going to happen. But that's how fucking uncomfortable I was, and that's how fucking mad I was at this guy.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. You got to buy 2 seats, people. You got to do it.
I'm glad I didn't have to experience that on my vacation. I went to Myrtle Beach this year for the first time. Had a great time. The flight was great, everything. But I made sure I bought the whole row. Forget that.
I love when they try to leave the fucking arm up, too. I don't play that. I fucking shave that ham right now. I bring the fucking thing right the fuck down.
He said,
You're making me uncomfortable, and you want to relax? If I could, I'd put my foot on your chest and make your belt even tighter. That's what I do to you. Cut off your circulation to your legs. Make you get up and take a walk. There's no excuse for it.
Oh, my God. Oh.
And I know this is probably coming off insensitive, but you know something? I've been a redhead my whole life. Nobody gives a shit. We're not considered handicapped. We're not considered handicapped. This always happens when I
This happened in my throat.
scream all weekend. We're not considered handicapped. We don't get our own parking spaces. These tubs of shit, they're getting their own parking spaces now. Making a shorter walk to the store, making them even fatter.
That's another thing. I don't get people who drive around and look for a good parking spot. Unless it's raining or freezing outside, most of us don't get enough exercise. I never waste my time looking for a parking spot. I always park at the first parking spot at the end. We need the walk anyway. We don't get enough. I know I don't get enough walking. So people that will sit there and wait only to not take 10 more steps. That's how lazy we are as Americans. Okay. When you sit there and put your blinker on, blink, 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 and wait 10 minutes or 5 minutes for the guy to back out because you don't want to take 10 steps. I never, ever got that. I do not understand that. And then it's just a waste of time. Time is our most precious resource. I'm glad you're spending your time with me. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Time is our most precious resource. Why would you waste 5 to 10 minutes to avoid taking 10 steps? I don't get that.
The only positive thing I can say about this guy was he only went to Phoenix and he didn't smell. I got to give him that. He didn't smell. I don't know if he fucking jumped in a goddamn pond, killed 200 fish before he got onto the flight. I don't know what he did, but he didn't smell.
Roast master.
But I swear to God, you know what kills me is I ranted about this on the radio here in Columbus. And somebody called up the radio station and said, I'm 5'8", 300 pounds, and I love to fly. I'm never listening to this radio station again. Can you believe that? This dude actually felt like he was the victim. That'd be like if some wife...
Definitely on the left.
...who got the shit kicked out of her, ranted about her piece of shit husband for slapping the shit out of her, and then some guy calls up, hey, I got issues with women, and I slapped the shit out of my wife, and I'm never listening to this radio station again. Give me a fucking break. You know what you need to do. Eat a salad. Go for a walk. You don't have to put money down for the gym. Just go for a walk. It's actually easier to do cardio when you're not at the gym. Because when you're at the gym, at any point, you can just get off and walk 100 yards to your car. Your car is always 100 yards away. When you walk out your front door and you walk a mile away, what are you going to just quit and lay down on the ground? You got to walk back. There's 2 miles. Easiest 2 miles you'll ever fucking do.
This guy's like my conscience telling me I need to go to the gym. I do need to go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a minute. Man, I go for walks, and biking and stuff like that, but I really need to hit the gym.
Or be a tub of shit. Be fat. That's your right, okay? But buy 2 seats. That's all I'm going to say. All right? Do I wear short shorts, showing off my milk white legs, offending everybody's eyeballs? No, I don't. I'm considerate. I wear the Jordan ones. They come down right over my little white knees. You're listening to the Monday Morning Podcast, and yes, it is insensitive. Doesn't mean it's wrong. I'm right. I'm right on this one. Hey, fatties who listen to this podcast, God bless you. Have yourself a Sunday on a Monday.
Oh,
right?
Man, he's so offensive, and I love it.
I understand it. You're an emotional leader. Something fucking bad happened to you. So food is your friend. And then you go in there. I get it. I get it. I want you to lose weight. I want you to feel good about yourself. But until you're at that weight where you're not, spilling into my seat, you got to buy 2 seats.
Right.
I shouldn't have to suffer because you ate all the cookies in the house. That's not my fucking fault.
This is called logic, okay? Logic.
Oh, Jesus, Bill, we got it. I actually tweeted this week that fat people are the new secondhand smoke. Hey, you want to be fat? Go outside. All right, let's get on to fat guy feng shui. All right, Bill, I wanted to let you know, fat people hate fat people too. I wanted to send you some thoughts, not too many, from a considerate citizen of fat America. Yeah, I've noticed this since I went off on the fat guy on the airplane. I've had fat people and just tall people in general go, I try to be real considerate of how big I am. I try to make sure I get an aisle seat. I lean out in the aisle. You shouldn't have to deal with that. And then actually, you know what's great about this? Now,
that's pretty dope.
I can't really make fun of fatties anymore, knowing that so many of them are they seem like decent people.
Seem like decent people.
I'll fucking what?
You grouped all fat people in the same category, man. There's fat assholes and there's good people that's fat too. The same with people that are fit. So
what kind of a backhanded compliment was that? I thought they were all pieces of shit, but it turns out most of them are all right. All right, here we go. He says, "I'm a big fat guy. I'm usually the fattest guy in the room, no matter where I go." Do you get intimidated when you're not the fattest guy? Sort of like the toughest guy in town, all of a sudden goes to another town, realizes that somebody can kick his ass, and his whole world crumbles. Anyways, he says, "My whole family's fat, and I've been fat since I've been born. Not to make any excuses, I'm just naturally predisposed to it.
Feel for you, my guy.
And I eat like a typical middle American, not vegetarian, but not 24/7 beer and brats either. Anyway, I'm fat, and I just wanted to let you know that not all of us fatties are inconsiderate assholes. The stereotype of the jolly fat man has been replaced by the selfish asshole who's fat. When I fly, which isn't frequently, I buy 2 seats.
Drink every time they say fat in this video.
Nice. My sister is with me. We buy a row of 3. And always bring along our own seatbelt extenders. Yes, they sell them." Okay, this is hilarious and fucking sad all at the same time. The plane only carries 2 to 3 extenders, and you never want to be the guy who holds up the plane because you can't buckle or worse, get kicked off. Jesus, that's got to be embarrassing. Oh my God.
You get kicked off the plane because you're too fat. That would be highly embarrassing. I can only imagine.
This guy's killing me right here. This is a brilliant email. He's gonna make me never make fun of fatties again. He's bringing me into their world.
Oh man.
He goes, "Those things cost $80, but it's worth $80 to avoid public embarrassment, right?" Absolutely.
I had to play the music.
If they told me to tone down the color of my hair, I would buy a fucking swimming cap rather than have them stop the flight.
Right.
Just so you know, fat people like me don't get to buy clothes in the same stores as normal people. Yes, I did know that. The selection/styles suck, and they cost more. We pay more for bigger cars, extra plane tickets, and bigger clothes, among other things. I haven't done the math, but I figure we burn through furniture faster, too. It's the price we pay for the life we lead, even if it's not a conscious choice. Believe me, no one wants to be fat, but that's the cost of doing business. This guy's fucking hilarious. Just like how there are added costs to being a woman, bras, makeup, pills, etc., or being gay. He writes question mark, chaps, lube, I don't know, or a parent, or a paraplegic, or whatever. Not that it's a disability. It's just our lot in life. But you know what? I've accepted it. I live my life accordingly. I'm not an asshole who imposes on others. I stay to the back of any pack, make sure no one will ever have to walk or sit behind me when I can help it. It's the fat guy feng shui. How do you dislike this guy?
Yeah, I like that.
When I enter a room or a situation, I always ask, where do I fit in? Literally and figuratively. Whenever I have to eat lunch with my work group, about 20 people, and we're seated at a long table, I never sit between the table and the wall, and I usually sit at the end. Know why? I want to make as few people uncomfortable as possible. I don't want anyone to have to squeeze behind me to get out, and sitting between two people just pisses them both off, or so I assume.
Same thing for at the movies. Okay, like ain't nothing worse than when a big person has to knock all your popcorn off into your lap.
Jesus Christ, this guy's like a fat Gandhi.
Fat Gandhi.
When I have to carpool with a group, it helps to drive or have shotgun because then I'm not squeezing the other people in the back seat. The thing that makes me hate fat people, capital letters, hate fat people, is that they don't seem to realize that they're fat. They are impulsive and selfish and don't seem to consider that when a normal guy eats a giant turkey leg at Disneyland, it's a lame and kind of funny. Oh, it's lame and kind of funny. But when a fat guy does it, it's disgusting. Or maybe they just got fat and haven't figured it out. Hey, fatty, don't sit there because now everyone has to squeeze past you. I like this guy. He's trashing fat people now. Or, hey, don't act like you're entitled to that, to put your arm around your airplane seatmate because it makes you more comfortable for you. Makes it more comfortable for you, you asshole.
Oh, yeah.
He just keeps going here. Or, hey, if you got to eat in public, don't smear barbecue sauce all over your face at the church picnic or eat more than 2 donuts in a sitting. Parentheses, airport.
Oh, my God, I miss donuts. I haven't had a donut in years, or can't remember. Well, it's at least been, not years, maybe a year and a half. But, oh, my God, I miss donuts.
And you know what? When I swim in public, rarely, I keep my shirt on until the second before I get in the pool. I don't ride the elevator from my hotel room and walk down the hall to the Hampton Inn pool shirtless because I'm a fat fuck and no one wants to see that. I used to swim with my shirt on, but somehow that's even worse. Anyways, for what it's worth, have a good week. Thanks for the hilarity. You know what? That guy's all right. You know what? I bet there's more fat people like that than there's not. So maybe I ought to lay off the fatties for half a second.
He said, I bet there's more people like that than there's not. Okay, like the way he's just grouping fat people as though they're like their own category. Like, I mean, they are, but not like that,
I'm just doing this just to fucking, this is what this podcast is. It's like a smoker. And every once in a while, you gotta, I don't even know what you gotta do. You gotta throw a little wet wood in there. That's what that was. I think I'm gonna leave the fatties alone. I think they're actually really considerate people. I think I was wrong about it the entire time. See that? Now I'm gonna wait for the backlash.
Oh, man. All right, I think that's the end of the video there. And what's funny about that last thing is I know that there's somebody, every time he said fat people, there's somebody listening to that podcast and got triggered every time he said the word. That's what makes it even more funny. Bill Burr is, to me, he's a comedic genius. Even when he's just speaking, he speaks in comedy. He doesn't have to really write comedy. He can just talk because it's the way he thinks and the way he talks and the way he says things are just funny. It's hard to take him serious. But if you like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You guys have a great day. Peace.